This video is going to be the 4 main places that I'm saving and investing in 2023. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I've been getting a lot of these questions in the comments. So I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in, because I think that people think that you just kind of set what it is that you're going to save or type of investments you're going to have, and that's just what you have forever. And then they feel bad changing things up based on a different year or something like that. But we all have different seasons of life. Lately, I've kind of been going through a different one and I switched some things up, so I wanted to fill you guys in. And for those of you that are new, my name is Nolan Govea, or Professor G as my students call me. I made this channel to make investing simplified, and this type of segment is called Office Hours, where I go a little bit deeper in a more intimate setting with very minimal edits, where I'm just answering a question and giving you some information and thoughts on the top of my head. Before I reveal my plan, I'm going to go ahead and give you some context of where I'm at now, what my savings look like, what my investments look like, very, very briefly, and then I'll jump right into it. And as I go over this, I'd love it if you go ahead and throw down in the comment section what you're investing in or what you're saving for this year. All right, so real quick, a little bit of context of what I already have built up. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is what I want you to do when you start to build out your plan of what you're going to save for, what you're going to invest in. It does matter what you already have done. In a video that I did recently that I'll go ahead and link to down below, I talked about the most optimal steps and ways for you to be able to invest your money. Should you max out your 401k, or should you put money into a Roth IRA, or should you be investing to buy a house, or how does that work? And so watch that one after this for sure. But anyway, what I have right now is a couple $100,000 in retirement accounts, things like my 401k or 403b through my university, Roth IRAs, regular IRAs, things that I've been saving up for 10 or 15 years now. Then I have about $50,000 in a regular stock brokerage account. I do also have about $50,000 in the cryptos that I believe in, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I definitely bought those at much, much less than that. Then it went way higher than that, and now it's down to around $50,000. But in relation to the other numbers that I'm going to talk about, I'm sure there's going to be some of you that are going to try to roast me in the comment section like usual and tell me that I have too much crypto or just any crypto is bad. But whatever, that's the way I'm investing. You don't have to do that. Then I also have 2 rental properties worth about $1.4 million, but the equity that I have in those is about $400,000. I don't have any other real debt. I don't have any credit card debt or anything like that. I have a truck that's paid off. I've been driving the same truck for the last 12 years or so, which my wife pretty much every year tells me I need a new car, but I just can't justify that payment. And especially getting in front of you guys all the time and telling you to keep your expenses low, I just feel like I have to practice what I preach. Also, I really like that truck. And then I also have 3 months worth of living expenses saved in a high yield savings account. And so that's where I want to start. So number 1 on my list for 2023 is going to be to increase that savings amount. In full transparency, I really started investing hard in the last 5 to 8 years. And during that time, we were in such a solid bull market. I've also had many streams of income always. And so to me, it was very important for me to get about 3 months worth of living expenses saved up. And I thought that that was very safe, especially knowing that at any point I have money coming in from different areas. And so I thought to myself, and for me and my risk tolerance, just have 3 months worth of living expenses saved up in case anything does happen. But other than that, I don't want to keep money in cash and just let inflation take it away. So I invested pretty much everything else. And for that time period, it was okay. But now that we're in a down market, I'm starting to see that it's just probably smarter to have closer to 6 months. And for me, I actually have a goal of having a year's worth of living expenses saved up. And I know that a lot of you advise that or think that that's safe, and maybe you're just smarter than me. But my thought on this moving forward is that since especially we have those 2 rental properties, if at any point we were to lose the tenants or just not get paid out for some reason, or something bad happens for a couple months, that really does add up. And so if we only have 3 months worth of safety, that could really die down pretty quickly. For those of you that have been following my channel for a while, you know that I've had a little bit of life changes and maybe just thinking changes. And right now what I'm looking for is peace of mind, sustainability, those types of things, rather than this hardcore like grind and just make as much money as possible. And so part of that then means that I need to have more safety since I'm cutting out a couple of income streams for my lifestyle. So the goal there is to get to 1 year's worth of living expenses saved up in a high yield savings account. Right now I use Capital One for their high yield savings account. It's super easy. And I think they do up to 4% or something, which is insane. That's, I mean, obviously better than anything else you're getting in the stock market right now. So I'm totally okay with that for now, and so that's what I'll be building up. The next place that I'll be investing heavily in this year is going to be investing in myself. And I know that that is cliche, and that's what a lot of these YouTubers and just finance people talk about, but I really am excited about where this YouTube channel is going and what's been happening. I made this channel specifically to help people. I knew that I was helping my students in the classroom, and they would tell me all the time to make a YouTube channel or try to make it so that they could show their friends some of the things they're learning in class. I just want to extend my reach outside the walls of my university. So far, it's really been growing and people have been really positive, unless I talk about crypto or something of that nature, which is fine. It's very good, actually. I know I'm going to go on a tangent here, I'm sorry, but it's very good for you to have your own opinions. Don't ever lose that. I have opinions probably on the way you're investing, and that is totally fine. I'm also not going to change my thoughts or my opinions based off of the fact that you think it's not good. But the good thing that I will do, and something that I recommend, is that I'll listen to you. And if you say something that makes me, think or whatever, I'm going to go and research that and look into some of these facts and cross-reference it to what I already know and see. So I think that it's just smart to keep an open mind. It's also smart to maybe chill out a little bit. Don't give people a break. If they decide to do something, they are a human that it can make up their own mind as well. Maybe give them some guidance, but sometimes you have to learn through failing. And I've definitely done that. And I think that's where I've learned the most. So all that to say, definitely looking forward to the comments in the comment section for this video. But I'm going to be investing in myself with this YouTube channel, trying to make higher quality content and do things that I think will help you guys out the most. The next place that I'm going to be investing heavily will be in my regular ETFs, and more so in the brokerage account, with the idea that my retirement savings is good, it's set. I also, get a match and all that from my university, so I'm going to be fine there. I don't need to supercharge that specifically. I also have real estate that's going to appreciate, and by the time I'm retired, I will have the money there from that. So I'm looking at my brokerage account a little bit more heavily than maybe some of you should, because it's very smart for you to take advantage of the tax benefits in IRA or Roth IRA or anything like that before going to the brokerage. But knowing my background, knowing my context, I'm going brokerage. And really this year, again, with sustainability and peace of mind, I'm really not looking to do very much individual stock buying. There are a couple companies that I like Microsoft and Apple and Berkshire Hathaway, which I'm sure you already know. But I'm very much going to make it very simple and just do almost a 50-50 split between SCHD and SCHG. The idea is that right now the markets are super, beaten down, but especially growth funds. And a lot of people are scared of them, the high technology funds, whatever. But just like Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful. And I have the luxury of being able to invest right now with money that I don't need in the near future. And so I'm going to be investing in the growth fund of SCHG, maybe VUG also. I like both of those. And then definitely into SCHD, which is one of my favorite ETFs along with VU, but purely for cash flow there. And it's just such a good ETF long-term, no matter what your goals are, because it appreciates very strong, but also the cash flow or the dividends are strong as well. So that's where I'll be putting my money. That's going into a brokerage. And then finally, I will be putting a small amount, a very small amount, continuing to buy into Bitcoin specifically. And I'm not going to talk too much about that on this video here because it's what I've decided to do. I've looked at a lot of the research, and I just believe that we're on the cusp of a revolution in a couple of different ways that has to do with some of the problems that Bitcoin can solve. I'm not 100% sure if Bitcoin will solve that, and I am totally ready for any money that I put into that category to literally go to zero. I almost write off that money. For you, I want you to go ahead and watch this video now, which is the video I was talking about before, that shows you the optimal steps of when to invest or where to invest at what time. Watch that all the way through, comment any questions you have, and I'll be happy to help you out where I can. Have a good day. Professor G, out.